to invest in a positive future, we believe that you've got to create healthy human beings.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. Hello, Tony. Welcome back. We took last week off for a 4th of July break. How are you doing today?
I am doing well, thank you very much. 4th of July break, or as we would call it in England, Treason Day.
Awesome. Well, on that really positive note, we're going to get into our topic of the week, which is actually really exciting, and it is kind of introducing our Champions Journey to the World Cup. Tony, I'm going to let you give us a little overview, and then we can talk about a little bit what it is, what it looks like, and go from there.
Yes, it's World Cup year. Can't believe that it's World Cup year. Because if it was World Cup year, it would be kicking off right about now. We're in July. Actually, we'd be in mid-swing right now. But because it's in Qatar, it's back in November. So we want to do something special towards this World Cup. PureGame is based on the game of soccer. We play soccer. We get kids playing soccer. Not in your traditional format, as you all know. No skills, drills, teams, and leagues yet. But it's still using the game. And so we want to celebrate that and have this campaign that's going to lead to the World Cup. So we've created a landing page with a virtual stadium. Really excited about the virtual stadium. You can click on the different places on the stadium and buy a ticket, right? Buy a ticket, meaning make a donation to PureGame. And so it's a campaign, it's a movement. We want to make it exciting. We want to make it exciting. We've got some other things coming up around this Champions Journey to the World Cup. We've got the Fantasy League coming up, so people can predict their winning teams. We all love to predict who we think is going to win. Of course, it's going to be England, duh. And then there's also the real crown and glory of this is right before the kickoff of the World Cup, we're going to do a Junior World Cup tournament ourselves and get 32 of our school teams and community partners, and we're going to play a small-sided knockout tournament. They'll all represent a country, and they'll play, and it's just going to be awesome. We've got a stadium that we're going to rent, and we're going to actually have all of these kids play in a stadium. So Champions Journey to the World Cup, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see what all happens here.
Yes, me too. And if you need some more information about how to physically make a donation happen, I'm going to link in the description below a promotional video that we created that will walk you through the very simple steps to be able to just navigate to our website, click on the seat or donation investment level that you want, and you can make your donation to help kids thrive.
Yeah, and that's it, right? It's the investment. You just said it there. We don't want people just to think, oh, it's a donation, just a donation. You're investing in the future of our youth. These are future entrepreneurs, business leaders, nurses, doctors, welders, plumbers, whatever it is they choose to be. We're creating this system where we're helping kids create a pathway to success of their choosing. And one of the ways that we at PureGame feel that that's done is by investing in the kids' whole being. It's not just about education, right? It's about the social emotional learning, and it's about their mental health. The statistics that are on the rise are scary. Anxiety, depression, youth suicide rates are going up. This is all wrong. It shouldn't be a statistic that we're even talking about. And so we want to do something about it. And so to invest in a positive future, we believe you've got to create healthy human beings. And so to create healthy human beings, let's start when they're young. Let's start with the families. Let's start to create this movement of childhood investment where kids can understand who they are, understand their gifts, their talents, and then really take that into the world and be brilliant, amazing leaders to change this world, because it's needed. when we think about this champion's journey, we want people to journey with us, right? That's why it's a journey, right? We want people to come alongside us and walk with us. And this whole champion idea, we all love to be champions. We love champions. We put them literally on a pedestal, right? And so, Tiffany, what does it mean to be a champion, for you to be a champion? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think I can look back to some of my days as a field champion out on the field with the kids. Field champion is just our title and name for our caring mentors, our staff, our fully trained staff that we have here at PureGame. And I used to work with the kids, for any of you who've been following along. The moments that really stand out are those one-on-one connections that I made with kids. There were so many times where there was a kid that you could kind of tell was struggling. You could kind of tell wanted maybe some attention, extra attention from a field champion, myself, or one of the other field champions that we have on our staff. And, you know, maybe a few weeks has gone by and you've been kind of like little by little connecting with this one child. And then one day they come up to you and they just open up about what they're struggling with, or just in general, what their life is going, how their life is going. And you can just see this like change on their face go from just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, you can tell that they feel like seen and heard and cared for. Sometimes they cry, and not that I want them to cry. At the same time though, it's, I think, just a good expression of their emotions and the fact that they felt safe enough to open up to me or open up to one of our other field champions. And it was a reminder that we all need that. I had people like me in my life as a kid, and it's really cool that I got to grow up and be that for other people. And I will say, seeing all of their smiling, giggling faces when you're out on the field, and even more when we're talking about things like respect or compassion and what it looks like to be like a kind and loving and caring human. And when you can see the kids have really thoughtful responses, you know that you're really making an impact. And I think that those are some of the special moments that I remember.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's what we're asking, right? And in this champion's journey, we're asking people to become champions with us. And we know that you can't step out onto the field. We know that that's not a realistic use of your time. So your contribution actually helps field champions, just like Tiffany, just like myself, step out onto the field and be a champion for the child. So although you may not be able to do it, you can help us do it, which means that kids will have their lives changed. If nothing is done, then the statistics of anxiety and depression will continue to rise. And we want to see that change. We want to see those statistics come down. And they come down by putting caring, loving people in front of these kids to help them. And so your contribution, your investment will help that by putting a field champion on the field.
Honestly, I couldn't have said it better. So we are going to end on that note with just one final nugget and push to donate now, because it is an investment in our youth's, our young people's future, our world's future. Well, thank you, Tony, and we will see everyone next week.
Yes, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for joining Tony and me in this week's episode of the Tiff and Tony Show. We hope you feel encouraged and motivated to keep growing with us. If you like what we do here at PureGame, one of the best ways you can support us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends on social media. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel using the button directly below this video on YouTube, and you can donate at our website, www.thepuregame.org. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week.